What if I told you that something sitting quietly in your kitchen, something so small you might not even notice it, could hold the power to bring back a part of you that you thought was gone forever? I'm not talking about some expensive pill or a quick fix gimmick. I'm talking about a spice. A spice smaller than your thumbnail, but strong enough to unlock confidence, energy, circulation, and even intimacy. A spice that men for centuries used to feel alive again, and yet today, most of us walk right past it without knowing what it can do. Now, let me ask you honestly, would you believe me? Or would you shake your head and say, no, that can't be true? Not at my age. I'm Dr. David Jarrard. And here's the thing, after 30 years of working with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, I've seen something remarkable: the body doesn't forget how to be strong. It just needs the right reminder. And sometimes, that reminder is something as simple as what you put in your mouth. And this matters, doesn't it? Because losing strength after 60 isn't just about your muscles or your hormones. It's about dignity. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about whether you can still look in the mirror and feel proud. It's about the relationships that matter most to you, with your partner, your family, even with yourself. That's why today's discovery is so important. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which spice has been hiding in plain sight, how to use it safely, the best time to take it, and even the surprising benefits no one talks about, benefits that go far beyond just energy and circulation. So here's my challenge to you: don't click away. Don't dismiss this as just another health tip you'll forget tomorrow. Stay with me. Because this could very well be the simplest daily habit that changes everything for you. And before we dive in, I want you to do something for me. If you're ready to take back your vitality after 60, type "I'm here" in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe to Golden 70s Health, because here, we don't chase fads. We share natural, science-backed ways for men like you to stay strong, independent, and full of life. Now, let's begin. Let me tell you a story. A man in his late 60s sat across from me not long ago. He looked me straight in the eye and said, "Doc, I don't need six-pack abs. I don't need to run a marathon. I just want to feel like myself again." And when he said that, I knew exactly what he meant. He wanted his strength back. His confidence. His intimacy. He wanted to wake up in the morning and feel alive again, not like a shadow of the man he once was. That search, that desire to feel like yourself again, is what led me to a spice that has been hiding in plain sight. Cloves. Now, I know what you might be thinking: cloves. The same little spice you see around the holidays? The same one that sits in your kitchen cabinet gathering dust? Yes, that one. What most people don't realize is that inside this tiny, humble spice is a powerful natural compound called eugenol. And this compound isn't just interesting, it's transformative. Here's how it works. When you chew a whole clove, the oils release almost immediately. Those oils don't just sit on your tongue, they're absorbed through the soft tissues in your mouth and enter directly into your bloodstream. And once eugenol is inside your system, something remarkable happens. It acts as a natural vasodilator, a fancy word that simply means it helps your blood vessels relax and open. Think about that for a moment. As we get older, our blood vessels stiffen. They don't open the way they used to. That's why circulation slows down, why energy dips, and why intimacy doesn't feel the same. But eugenol works like a gentle massage for those vessels. It helps restore flexibility and allows blood to flow more freely, not forced, not artificial, just the way your body used to do naturally. Here's the big misconception though: most men believe the only solution to poor circulation and fading strength comes in the form of a little blue pill. But those pills don't fix the root cause. They push your body for a short burst, and then they leave you with side effects, headaches, dizziness, and that crash afterwards. Cloves, on the other hand, don't force anything. They remind your body of what it already knows how to do. And here's the practical part: you don't need much. Just 1 or 2 whole cloves, chewed slowly, is enough to release those powerful oils into your bloodstream. Within minutes, many men describe a gentle warmth spreading through their body. Their head feels clearer. They feel more present in their own skin. So yes, this little spice, something most of us ignore, can help bring circulation back online in a way that feels natural, safe, and sustainable. But here's the thing, circulation is only part of the story. There's another force, often invisible, that steals even more strength from men as they age. And unless you address it, no amount of blood flow will bring you back to your best. That silent thief is stress. And that's what we'll uncover next. Over the years, I've had countless men sit across from me, lean forward, and lower their voices almost to a whisper. They'll say, "Doc, it's just not working like it used to." And when they say that, I know they're not just talking about energy. They're not just talking about getting tired quicker. They're talking about the very core of what makes them feel like a man, their strength, their presence, their ability to feel alive in their own body. Now here's the truth most people don't like to talk about. As we age, changes in the body are natural, but they're not always final. See, after 60, the blood vessels that once carried life and energy without a second thought begin to stiffen. They lose some of their flexibility. That means circulation slows down, and when circulation slows down, everything from your stamina to your intimacy begins to fade. At the same time, your body produces less nitric oxide. That's the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open. Without enough of it, those vessels stay tight, making it harder for blood to flow where it's needed most. Add to that the rise of cortisol, your stress hormone, and suddenly your testosterone begins to sink. And when testosterone drops, so does energy, confidence, and drive. But here's the big misconception: too many men throw their hands up and say, "Well, that's just old age. Nothing I can do about it." That's not true. It's not permanent. The body is remarkable. It remembers. It wants to heal. But you have to give it the right tools. And this is where something as simple as cloves come back into the picture. Chewing a clove, just 1 or 2, releases eugenol, that powerful compound we talked about. It doesn't just improve circulation in the moment, it helps restore the flexibility of your blood vessels over time. Think of it like oiling a rusty hinge. With daily use, those stiff, narrow passages slowly begin to loosen. Blood starts to flow more freely, and with that blood flow comes the return of vitality. I've had men tell me that after just a couple of weeks of staying consistent, they woke up feeling different. They felt a spark they hadn't felt in years. Not because of a pill, not because of some miracle cure, but because their circulation finally had a chance to work the way it was meant to. So don't fall for the belief that fading strength is a one-way street. It doesn't have to be. You have more power than you realize to turn things around. But there's a catch. Because even if your circulation improves, even if your vessels open and your body remembers what it can do, there's one invisible enemy that can undo all of it. And chances are, it's been weighing on you for years without you even noticing. That silent thief of strength is stress. And that's what we need to talk about next. I'll never forget a retired schoolteacher I once worked with. He was in his 70s, sharp as a tack, and he told me proudly that he ate healthy, walked every day, and stayed active in his community. On paper, he was doing everything right. But then he leaned in and admitted, "Doc, I'm still drained. I'm tired all the time, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to get my energy back." At first, he thought it was his diet. He thought maybe he needed more vitamins, or a stricter routine. But the real issue wasn't his food, and it wasn't his exercise. It was stress. Now, here's something most men never hear: cortisol and testosterone can't thrive together. When one goes up, the other crashes. And after 60, many men are living with a near constant drip of cortisol in their system, from money worries, health concerns, family pressures, or simply the weight of aging itself. That constant stress doesn't just live in your mind. It quietly robs your body, lowering your testosterone, tightening your blood vessels, and draining your drive. The misconception is this: men think stress only affects their mood or their thoughts. They shrug it off as, "I just need to relax more." But stress is chemical. It's hormonal. And it doesn't just cloud your mind, it reaches deep into your body and silently lowers the very hormones that make you feel alive. And this is where cloves, once again, come in. Beyond eugenol, cloves carry another powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene. This natural substance communicates directly with receptors in the brain that tell your body, "You're safe. You can let go." Within minutes, many men feel their chest loosen, their thoughts slow down, their body unclench. That shift lowers cortisol, and when cortisol drops, testosterone finally has room to rise again. That's why I often suggest chewing cloves in the evening. Not just for circulation, but as a natural way to calm the nervous system. Imagine finishing your day, sitting quietly, letting that warm, slightly spicy oil coat your tongue while your body slowly exhales all the tension it's been holding. It's a simple ritual, no pills, no side effects, no dependency, just your body finding its balance again. And here's the beauty of it: when stress calms down, something else begins to repair itself too. Something that might be the most overlooked piece of all. Because if stress is one thief, poor sleep is its partner in crime. And unless you fix both, you'll never fully feel like yourself again. So let's talk about that next. How this little spice can transform not just your stress, but your sleep. Countless men have told me the same story. They'll sit in my office, sometimes embarrassed, sometimes frustrated, and say, "Doc, I fall asleep just fine, but then I wake up at 2 a.m. And once I'm awake, that's it. I toss, I turn, and by morning, I feel like I never slept at all." Does that sound familiar? Because it's one of the most common struggles I hear from men over 60. And it's not just inconvenient, it's devastating to your health. See, here's what most people don't realize: deep sleep is when your body rebuilds. That's when testosterone is restored. That's when your hormones repair themselves, when your cells do the heavy lifting of recovery. If your sleep is shallow, broken, or cut short, your hormones never get the chance to reset. And over time, that lack of recovery shows up as fatigue, low drive, weaker immunity, and fading strength. Now, here's where cloves step in again. Remember that compound we talked about, beta-caryophyllene? It doesn't just calm stress in the moment. It also signals the brain to release tension, easing you into the deeper stages of sleep. And paired with eugenol, which supports circulation and relaxation, cloves can actually help your body slip into those crucial REM cycles, the very cycles where testosterone surges, memory strengthens, and healing happens. But here's the misconception I hear all the time: men believe the only solution is a supplement, or worse, a sleeping pill. And while those can knock you out, they don't give you real, restorative sleep. They sedate you, but they don't fix the underlying problem. You wake up groggy, dependent, and often worse off in the long run. The truth is, your body doesn't need sedation. It needs permission to rest. And cloves, taken in the evening, can be that permission slip. Just one or two chewed about an hour before bed can relax your nervous system, ease you into a calm state, and support the kind of deep sleep where hormones are restored naturally. I've had men come back after trying this and say, "Doc, for the first time in years, I dreamed again." That might sound small, but it's not. Dreaming is a sign you've reached that deeper level of sleep your body has been craving. And when you wake up from sleep like that, you don't just feel rested, you feel alive. And here's what's fascinating: when you fix your sleep, it's like a domino effect. Energy rises. Focus sharpens. Drive returns. It's a ripple that touches every part of your health. But as powerful as that is, there's still one surprising piece most men never consider. A hidden factor that could be sabotaging your strength every single day, and it starts in a place you might not expect at all, your gums. Let's talk about that next. I once had a man come into my office. He was in his late 60s, sharp dresser, seemed to take good care of himself. His blood pressure looked fine, his lab results were all within range, but he kept telling me, "Doc, I feel drained. My energy's low, my drive is gone, and I don't know why." At first glance, there was nothing obvious. But then I asked him a simple question most doctors don't ask: "How's your dental health?" He looked surprised. After a pause, he admitted, "Well, my gums bleed when I brush. They're sore sometimes. But that can't have anything to do with this, right?" That was the hidden clue. And it's one most men never even consider. Here's the truth: your dental health is directly tied to your overall vitality. Gum disease isn't just about your mouth. When gums are inflamed, when they bleed, bacteria slip into your bloodstream. And once they're in, they don't just stay local. They travel. They create silent inflammation that damages the very blood vessels you rely on for energy, stamina, and yes, intimacy. Think of it this way: trying to get strong blood flow with gum disease is like trying to run water through a garden hose filled with mud. No matter how much pressure is there, the flow is blocked. The result? Weak circulation, lower strength, and a body that feels older than it is. The misconception is dangerous but common: dental health is separate from the rest of the body. It's not. Your mouth is the gateway to your circulatory system. Neglecting it means letting inflammation spread quietly through your body, sometimes for years. Now here's where cloves make a surprising difference. Clove oil is one of nature's most powerful natural antiseptics. And when you chew whole cloves, those same antibacterial compounds go straight to work in your mouth. They neutralize bacteria, reduce gum inflammation, and stop those microbes before they can enter your bloodstream. It's like a daily detox, starting right where so many hidden problems begin. I've seen men who started chewing cloves not just notice better energy, but also fresher breath, healthier gums, less bleeding, and even a stronger bite. It's a small change that ripples outward, protecting both your heart and your manhood. So yes, this spice doesn't just open blood vessels, lower stress, or improve sleep. It cleanses the very gateway to your health, your mouth. And when your gums are healthy, your blood flows cleaner, your body runs smoother, and your strength has a chance to return. But here's the question most men ask after they hear all this: if I start today, when will I notice a difference? What happens after a week? 2 weeks? A month? That's exactly what we'll explore next, the 7, 14, and 30-day timeline of what to expect when you make this tiny habit part of your life. I remember a man in his late 60s who decided to give this simple habit a try. Just 1 or 2 cloves a day, nothing fancy, nothing complicated. After a week, he called me and said, "Doc, something's happening. I can't explain it, but I feel different. My mornings don't feel as heavy, and for the first time in years, I woke up with more energy than I expected." That's the beauty of this: the changes don't all come at once, but they do come. And they often follow a timeline. By day 7, most men notice the little things. A bit more clarity in the morning. A subtle warmth in the body. Sleep that feels just a little deeper. It's not dramatic, but it's real. It's your body beginning to respond to improved circulation, lower stress, and cleaner blood flow. By day 14, the shift often becomes harder to ignore. Energy rises. Fatigue starts to loosen its grip. And for many, something they thought was gone forever quietly returns: those natural morning erections. Not forced, not drug-induced, just the body remembering what it used to do when blood flow and hormones were in harmony. That moment alone can bring back confidence many men thought they had lost for good. And then comes day 30. For those who stay consistent, this is when the real transformation shows itself. Confidence returns, not just in the bedroom, but in how you walk, how you carry yourself, how you look at life. Intimacy feels easier, connection with your partner feels stronger, and you begin to live not as someone who's aging and declining, but as someone reclaiming vitality, one day at a time. But let me be clear, this isn't a miracle trick. It's not about chewing a clove once and expecting the world to change. It's about consistency. It's about showing up for yourself every single day with a simple act that compounds over time. Think of it as a daily investment, not in quick results, but in long-lasting strength, energy, and confidence. So yes, 1 week brings subtle changes. 2 weeks bring noticeable energy. 1 month brings a whole new sense of presence. But the real question isn't just how to start. The real question is how to hold on to this strength for years to come. And that's what we'll uncover next. Watching yourself, or someone you love, slowly lose vitality, it's one of the hardest things in life. You notice the little changes first: less energy in the mornings, more naps in the afternoon, less interest in the things that once brought joy. At first, it might seem normal. You tell yourself, well, that's just part of aging. But deep down, it can feel heartbreaking. Because it's not just the body that weakens, it's the spirit, the confidence, the spark that makes life feel worth living. But here's the truth, it doesn't have to be permanent. The body is wiser than we give it credit for. It remembers. It adapts. And sometimes, all it needs is a nudge in the right direction. Something small, something simple, something as ordinary as a spice most of us ignore, and suddenly, it remembers how to heal. And I want you to really think about this. This isn't about trying to turn back the clock or pretending you're 20 again. No. This is about giving your body permission to do what it already knows how to do, to open your vessels, to calm your stress, to restore your hormones, to rebuild your strength from the inside out. If you've noticed fatigue creeping in, if stress has been weighing you down, if your energy or intimacy feels like it's fading, I want you to take this as your sign. Try this simple step today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't talk yourself out of it. Begin now. Because every day you put it off is another day you could have been moving towards strength instead of away from it. And here's the part one hope sinks in: age does not have to mean decline. Yes, your body changes. Yes, you'll face challenges. But decline is not destiny. With awareness, with consistency, and with small daily habits like this one, your best years may not be behind you, they may still be ahead. Imagine that. Imagine waking up a month from now, not weaker, not more tired, but stronger, sharper, more alive. That possibility is real. And it's waiting for you. So let's take a moment to bring it all together. To recap, cloves are more than just a spice. They support circulation by gently opening your blood vessels. They lower stress by calming the nervous system. They improve sleep by helping your body slip into deep, restorative rest. They protect your gums, lowering hidden inflammation that steals your strength. And over 7, 14, and 30 days, they help you build momentum, turning small, daily choices into lasting vitality. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried cloves before? Maybe in your tea, in cooking, or even chewed them on their own. Did you notice a change, or do you think it's all just hype? Share your story in the comments. You never know, your answer could be the one that gives another man the courage to try, or the hope to keep going. And if this video has been helpful, if it gave you something new to think about, I'd love for you to consider subscribing to Golden 70s Health. Here, we don't chase quick fixes or empty promises. We share natural, science-backed ways for men over 60 to stay strong, sharp, and independent. Subscribing means you'll always have a place to come back to for guidance, encouragement, and support on your journey to better health. So as we close, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to invest these minutes into yourself, into your strength, and into your future. Stay strong. Stay curious. And remember, your health is still in your hands. I'll see you in the next video.